and Sports Chat Plays YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. That's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later, and deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Plays. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us here for today. All right, with us is Tony Brown from Las Vegas, Nevada. Shane Mickle with us, Rod Zawacky, and El Ninos. Here's how they'll line up for this evening. We got Brown, Ninos, Mickle, Zawacky, and then I will close this one out. All right, one game already in the books, so the Cubs get the victory over the Pirates. Kind of a dull game, wind blowing in a bit for two. So that one falls under the total. And, of course, the Cubs backers at minus 200, minus 195. Yeah, get the win. Also, they do cover the run line. But let's go ahead. Let's get this one underway. Let's welcome in Tony Brown. We're going over to Las Vegas, Nevada. Tony Brown, the home of the Las Vegas Raiders, where they're conducting training camp. They're just a few days, about a week away from their start of their preseason. Let's bring in Tony Brown right now. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs. I think we're ready to roll here with Tony Brown. Tony Brown, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony? How you doing out there?
Doing awesome. All right, here we go. 10 Eastern Time. We have the LA Dodgers here to host the Nationals with the Dodgers here minus 250, total of 9.
Yeah, it's the late game, last game on the board, but we saved our best for last, and this one's going to be free. It would be a premium pick, but I think we're going to have such an easy run on this one, I didn't even want to charge it, so I'm going to give it to you guys free. And we're going to go with the Dodgers on the run line. No need to lay the heavy juice ever. I mean, I understand why the Dodgers are favored so much. Washington's one of the worst teams in the MLB this season. Even with the win they got over us last night, that's just their 5th win in the last 20 games. I mean, we know no team's going to just lose every game. No team's going to win them all. And so I think maybe more than anything, the Dodgers just took a night off last night. When you see Washington on the schedule, it's harder to get up. But when they beat your tail in your own house, then you got the revenge factor on your mind. Then you got to show them again why we're one of the best teams in the league. Outside of the Yankees, nobody's done better than us. So, like I said, $250, that's just way too expensive. No need to lay that heavy juice, as the Dodgers are going to win this one by at least 2. I see them win this game going away, sending a message to Washington, letting them know it was just a fluke last night.
All right, Tony Brown here on the Dodgers run line, minus 1.5 runs, minus 120 against the Nationals. Yeah, on paper, it definitely looks in that favor, Tony Brown. Of course, you look at Josiah Gray. He's someone who was a former Dodger. Remember, he got moved in that move here. We got the Tartar back and the Scherzer in that move there last year. He has struggled really with the home runs, giving up 2 home runs per 9 innings, a FIP of 5.22, which is suggesting a rise in his ERAs. Mitch White, a young kid, he's pitched really well at Dodger Stadium. Look at his home splits. He's striking out about 9 batters per 9 innings at home. Also, an ERA of just 2.54 at home. Whip of 1.09, and of course the home run rate is concerned. Nationals road bullpen a concern here. ERA approaching 6. But I got some situational stats that definitely favor the run line here, Tony Brown. When I looked at this game, the Dodgers have covered the run line in 15 of 18 against teams with 380 or worse winning percentage. These are bad teams, so they've pounded bad teams, covering the run line in 15 of 18. They've also covered the run line in 19 of 25, facing a starter who allows over 1 home run per 9 innings, and our man Gray here is allowing 2 home runs per 9 innings.
Exactly, and besides that, we've already seen Gray this year earlier, and he got lit up. They had to pull him after 4. We scored 7 runs on that guy, so the games aren't played on paper, Tone. We all know that, but some stats you just can't ignore. You know what I mean? They're there for a reason, and you just laid them all out, and we can go even further. The Dodgers are 11-1 in their last 12 games. They're 8-1 in their last 9 at home. 11-1 against the National League. They've just been dominated, and the Washington game was a total slip-up. Besides that, they've been perfect, and so it's not even just against Washington because they're bad. All season, outside of the Yankees, no one's done better than L.A. This is our time. It's our year. I think we go back to the World Series versus the Yankees. I'm being a little presumptuous, but I really think we do. And I think the loss against Washington, it says nothing but no one's going to win them all and no team's going to lose them all. We get it right back tonight, and we're not going to lay that big money line. We're going to lay the just 120. That's a phenomenal price against a very bad Washington team.
No doubt about that. Advanced numbers and situational numbers here favoring the run line here, no doubt. Dodgers run line minus 1.5 runs, minus 120 against the Nationals. This one to have a start time at 10 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Tony Brown. Let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium here for tonight. Good card. We have just one game that went off already, so that leaves us with 14 games remaining on this MLB card. There is a WNBA card in action as well, WNBA game as well. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
We have the three. I'm sorry, man. You every time someone mentions NBA, it tickles me. But no shade to the people who are betting on that. I'm sure some of our cappers have gave out some great NBA, WNBA winners, and if you can make money on it, go ahead. It's just not my thing. But baseball is my thing, and we have three great plays on the board tonight. You can get all of my picks individually if you're just trying to nail one game. I believe in all of them. They're all 10-star rated. Or if you really want to make some money and break your bookie 3 times over, you can get my Tuesday triple play. That's also available.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs. Remember, it's Christmas in July right now. Tony Brown has his MLB top dog, his $15 premium play is his top dog of the day up here, 10-star credit guarantee. That means it must win or the credit is inserted back to your account for more picks. That's what credit guarantee means. Also, Tony Brown here with individual plays up there on the side as well. Of course, we are in Christmas in July, so the long-term passes will serve you well. The 3, 7, or 30 All Sports Pass, you get all of Tony Brown's plays for that period of time. You select when you go to his handicapper page, you make that purchase. But Tony Brown, that VIP 1-year All Sports Pass, a really good value for those that bet every day. Of course, a year in action in all the major sports.
Yeah, I mean, literally with the Hall of Fame game just a week around the corner, the NFL season is back. You know what I mean? Preseason's back, and then before you know it, it's week 1. Like with that VIP All Sports Pass, you get all my sports, but it's not a season pass for the sports. It's for 365 days of play. It just means that all sports are included. So you're going to get my football picks from the NFL, college football, college basketball, NBA picks. Hockey will be back. Like everything that I would give out for a whole 365 days of play, you get it. There's no upselling. You get the playoffs. You get the championship picks included as well. And that's why it's called the VIP All Sports Year. I mean, it's a little bit pricey up front. It's $1,300 up front. But when you think about it, that's just $100 a month, $3 a day when you round it off. And these plays are $20, $30 each. You're going to spend that in a week or two. So if you're serious about making money, you can't really afford not to grab that pass.
That's right, guys. Again, we're with Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, they get that long-term pass, as Tony was talking about, that VIP 1-year All Sports Pass. Stop playing for plays individually. Just get them here, really affordable pricing here for the 1 year. If it's within your budget, $12.99 there covers not only the regular season as well as postseason. And if Tony Brown's in action in preseason football, it will be as well with that 1-year All Sports Pass. You can add a second capper with that too for a cap promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Tony Brown, it's always great having you show. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll talk with you again in a couple days.
Always great to be here. Thanks for inviting me, and I'll see you guys in a couple days, Tom.
You got it. Tony Brown here on the drive-thru. Let's continue our coverage, guys, here. We're going to go ahead and welcome in Al Ninos. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Al does contribute to, you'll find him as well on the weekend shows at Pick Dogs at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Saturdays and Sundays contributes to the Pick show. Let's bring in Al Ninos right now. Al, what's happening?
Going pretty good area.
Doing great. All right, here we go tonight at 7 Eastern Time. We've got the Tampa Bay Rays here on the road facing the Baltimore Orioles, and I got this number wrong here. It looks like it's going to be the Rays here that are favored here at minus 190, not the 290 number there. Total sits here at 7.5.
Yeah, pretty big favorites after a pretty disappointing loss here, the Rays are. But again, you got to expect that line the way Shane McClanahan's been pitching this year. Of course, he got the start in the All-Star game. And, well, he's been, I guess he didn't do too great there. But he had a lot of tough bats to face in that one. But again, he's been great all season long outside of that. And Spencer Watkins on the other side, not as good on the year, but coming in pretty hot and over his last 4 starts. And you could think that the Orioles got a lot of value here the way Watkins been pitching too, and the way they've been playing. But I'm going to look at the Rays here in the first 5 innings. I think that, again, McClanahan just gives them that advantage early on at least. Normally you'd back the Rays full game anytime, but again, the Orioles bullpen has been pretty good too this year, so I'd rather focus on our first 5 advantage here and lay that half run with the Rays and take them on the run line in the first 5 innings.
All right, we have Al Ninos here with the first 5 inning play here on this Tampa Bay Ray team here. So you're gonna lay a half run and you're going to be minus 145. So McClanahan getting a lot of respect in the marketplace here in this first 5 here, you're going to, and of course that means after 5 innings, the Rays must be ahead. If it's tied, then it's a losing play because it's a lane. It's a run line pick here at minus half a run here. Of course, it's a big line here to begin with, but we got McClanahan getting a lot of respect here, as he should, El Ninos, because as you know, he's been pitching well. He's had some good success here against some of the lineup here from the Orioles. We've seen Trey Mancini, Anthony Santander really struggle here against McClanahan, combining for 6 of 26 there in the lineup. But again, you look at Spencer Watkins. He's had some pretty good numbers too. I mean, Watkins in great form here, allowed 1 earned run or fewer in 4 straight in this one. So, but and also too, you look at a Rays team that is 5 games under 500 on the road.
Yeah, definitely not in their best forms are the Rays, but again, I just you could probably find a little better than that minus 145 too. I see it minus 138, so do shop around there for that one, and you want to lay as low as you can there, obviously. But again, I think the Rays at least get off to a good start. I don't know whether they blow it late or not, but especially though we've seen the Orioles come back quite a few times too this year, so I'm not too confident in them full game. If I were to look at them full game, I'd probably go -1, but again, rather focus on the first 5 here and just lay that half run.
Yeah, they've knocked only 4. The lineup here only knocked in 4 runs in 85 at bats here against McClanahan, these Orioles. So McClanahan, one of the hot pitcher matchups right now in today, going here for the starters in today's game. So we have El Ninos here. Rays the first 5 innings, the run line. So you're going to lay the half run at minus 145. El Ninos says do your shopping. You find minus 138 in some places. So have multiple sports books out there. So that's the play here from El Ninos. So this one, of course, will have a start time of 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, now let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight. We did have one game go final already. That's Pittsburgh and Chicago game. So it leaves us with 14 games here from Major League Baseball. That one WNBA as well. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, no WNBA for me, but I do have a 3-pack. I got my best bet sold separately as well, and a couple extra plays as well for everyone on the long-term passes. And as you just mentioned with Tony, now is definitely the time to get on one of those with our Christmas and July specials going on.
That's right, guys. Get on board with El Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. It is Christmas in July, so the Cappers have reduced their long-term passes. But we'll look here for some today's. We'll look at some of El Ninos' individual play. He does have his $15 premium still up there right now. His Tuesday home run. It's credit guarantee. Remember, these individual plays and these one-offs, these one-day passes are sold as credit guarantee. What that means is these plays must show profit, or these packages must show profit, or your account will be credited. So that's how that works with credit guarantee. $15 premium up there right now from El Ninos. Also, his MLB Tuesday AAA takes his 3 best bets from Major League Baseball, puts them together in a 3-pack, affordably priced at $40. Also, credit guarantee there with that. Remember, these one-offs are credit guarantee. The long-term passes are not credit guarantee because they're sold at discounted prices. Christmas in July, El Ninos has reduced his 1-week all sports pass to $90. Really low price there for 7 days of baseball from El, as well as his all-year pass down to $9.99. Of course, remember that covers all the major sports that El releases, as well as postseason. That's part of it too as well. So keep an eye here on El Ninos' Christmas in July. The long-term pass is your best value right now over at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, Al, it's always great having your show. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
All right, thanks, Tony. Have a good one.
You got it, El Ninos here on the Drive Thru. Let's continue our coverage here, guys. If you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned to that. Seeing people sign in right now as we go. Let's continue on. It's time to welcome in Shane Mickle to the show. You'll find Shane over at Pick Dogs. Also covers MMA in written form over at the sites as well. Shane, what's happening?
How's it going tonight, Tony?
It's going great. All right, here we go. 9:40 Eastern time. We have Oakland Athletics here at home. It's the Astros favored here about $1.65, total 6.5.
Yeah, this is a game where the A's came out with a victory yesterday, and I think they're going to do it again here. Frankie Montas, his record is terrible, but a big reason for that has been the lack of run support. He's got a low ERA. Over his last 18 innings, he's only given up 3 runs total, and 2 of those have been on the long ball. Teams have been having issues hitting off of him. And as long as the ball can stay in the yard here tonight, the Athletics are going to find success. The Astros, although they've had a ton of success this year, their offense really hasn't even lived up to expectations. I think they're 12th overall in runs per game. I think they're gonna have issues hitting it here against Montez, and that'll be the difference. The A's, I don't think this is a game where the A's score, 7 or 8 runs, but I think 5 runs will be enough to get it done. I think they get it done against Luis Garcia in the bullpen, and the A's pull off the upset.
All right, so we've got here Shane Mickle here going to go with the upset here. He's going to go with the dog. He's going to take the Oakland Athletics plus 145 against the Houston Astros. We've seen Oakland has some success here against Astros, not only here in this ballpark to start the series, but as well on the road. They had some wins there, and of course, they got to Odorizzi last night. Athletics, this is a team that's won 4 of 5 in their streak here. Of course, the Houston bullpen's been good. It is the second start for Montez, that's coming off a shoulder injury. Any concern here with Montez? He only went 3 innings coming back from his injury, and some people thought they were trying to preserve his trade value by going very short in that game.
Yeah, I mean that definitely could be a concern, but I think he at least gets 5 here, and I think 5 will be enough. The A's bullpen has been at least decent, and it seems whenever you expect the Astros to have success, maybe it's just feel, but this is a team that seems to, right when you seem to start counting on them again, they have one of these terrible stretches of games where they lose 2 or 3 in a row. And I think this A's team, young team hungry, will find enough bats.
Yeah, and also a little bit of a step down here. Remember, we saw them against the Yankees, against the Seattle. That was a high, profile series because the Mariners were on this win streak and they kind of crushed them there. I will say, helping your cause here is that the 3 Astros have showed up on the cold batter report here against the starting pitcher here. When you look at Martin Maldonado, Alex Bregman, and Yordan Alvarez, they combine here for 7 here, 49 here against Montez.
Yeah, and those are the 3 top guys besides Altuve that they've leaned on. I think it sounds like they're going to be aggressive at the trade deadline for sure. And, I think they need another bat or 2 in this lineup to compete with the Yankees and to compete with the rest of the American League and the World Series against that Dodgers team, if that's who they end up facing in the World Series.
All right, here we go with Shane here on the Athletics plus 145 against the Astros. So this one will have a start time here of 9:40 Eastern time. All right, Shane, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium here for tonight. Of course, we're in Christmas in July, and we can see the great numbers that Shane put up last year in both the NFL and college football. That's hard to do, putting up these type of units in both sports. And of course, not only are you handicapping both sports, but you're also looking at, the end of baseball, the beginning of basketball, and you're able to pull up these numbers in football. That's quite impressive, a feat there by Shane Mickle. Of course, it is Christmas in July. We still have 14 games remaining here on this Major League Baseball card with the WNBA as well in prime time. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, just for tonight, I've got 3. Well, I've got 5 plays up, but 3 of them in a package. My 3 best MLB, $39.99. But like you pointed out, it's still Christmas in July. The NFL and NBA, or NFL and college football were definitely my big strengths last year. I've got that in the package, $7.99.99. If you're a person who likes to bet both college football and NFL, this is your package. These packages are going to be $39.99 or maybe even $49.99 for 3 plays come college football. That's almost $100 a week, 7 or 8 weeks, and you've got that package paid for, and the rest is basically free. So hop on long term while those are still the Christmas and July special, and before they go back up before the start of the regular season.
That's right, guys. Again, with Shane Mickle over at Pick Dogs Premium. See the numbers here from football have been outstanding. 3-pack right now from this 14-game card remaining here on Major League Baseball. So get on board with Shane's 3-pack. Also has individual plays up there as well. Remember, these one-off plays are credit guaranteed. They must turn a profit or your account is credited for the amount you paid. So get on board here with these as well. Of course, the long-term passes we've talked about. We are in Christmas in July. Now, if you're just into football, Shane does have his football full season pass here. You're combining both NFL and college football into a pass, including preseason in NFL as well as postseason in both sports. So your bowl games, your playoffs in both sports as well. $7.99 it's been reduced to here Christmas in July. But for $200 more, you can get Shane's 1-year all sports pass, include all the sports that Shane handicaps. We're adding now the basketball in there, pro and college. We're adding the baseball. We're adding the hockey. Also adding in any of the other sports Shane may handicap. I know he's into UFC as well. Maybe delve into some WNBA here and there. So a good time to get on board with that 1-year all sports pass. So that seems to be the ticket there in this Christmas and July pass.
Yeah, definitely, definitely your best bang for your buck, especially when the packages are, I mean, anywhere from $15 to $40 a day. Those add up pretty quickly.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Shane's 1 year all sports pass. Christmas in July right now, $9.99. Great value right now. All right, Shane, it's always great having you show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you again in a couple days.
Sounds good. See you Thursday, Tony.
You got it. Shane Mickle here on the Drive to. Let's continue our coverage, guys. If you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap here at the end of the show. So make sure you stay tuned for that. We're seeing a lot of people signing in right now as we are live. Let's continue on with the show. Let's welcome in our man Ron Zawacky. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's been great to us here on the show. Of course, we were talking earlier about some music. He's got his tickets, man. He's got his tickets. Rage Against the Machine. If you didn't get the news, they're back on the road. Ron, what's happening?
Not too much. It's going to be, that's not till March, so a few months away for that, but still, I've never seen them live. That'll be an awesome concert.
Yeah, should be cool. Should be good. All right, here we go. This is the matchup people are looking forward to tonight. This is on TBS. This is your TV game on TBS tonight. 7 Eastern time has the Mets here hosting the Yankees here. The Yankees here laying -115, total of 8. Of course, if you didn't catch the news, it looks like Stanton will be sidelined in this one.
Yeah, he will be sidelined for on the sideline for this one. But for me, you look at this game here, and you got Montgomery going, and he's a lefty, and Mets definitely have struggled this season against lefties. And for me, you look at Walker going, and sure, Walker's he's pitched some pretty good games recently, but he's pitching against the Reds, the Marlins, the Angels, the Cubs. Yikes! You better be getting wins in those ones if you want to keep a job. That's for sure. And you look at Walker; he's battling a shoulder injury. He's battling a leg injury. So he's battling some injuries here in this one. And you look his 3 starts versus the good teams versus Houston, loss. Padres, loss. Dodgers, loss. So running this one, you look at the Yankees. Here's another angle we're going to follow here. You look at the road team off of a day off. They are 109-60 is the road team off of a day off, and that's these Yankees. Yankees are also 5-0 in their last 5 interleague games. Yankees are also 20-7 off of a day off. And you look at the Mets, they are 2-6 their last 8 versus a left-handed starter. They're also 4-12 in their last 16 versus a starter with a whip less than 1.15. And you look at the Mets, 0-6 their last 6 interleague games, and they don't hit lefties well. Montgomery's going to get the job, hold down the Mets. Yankees get the win here. I'm going to be all over the Yankees. Love this bet today. This just missed my premium play. I didn't want to have 4. So here, take the Yankees to win the Battle of New York.
All right, it's game 1 of their series. We got Rod here on the Yankees, -115 against the Mets. I'm with you there. I think we're seeing this game pretty much equally here with the Mets struggling against their lefties. They haven't been too impressive pushing across runs. We saw that Padres series where they had their struggles here against good pitching. If some of the Padres had some of the good pitchers on the mound, your Darvish that was on there. Who went in game? And this it escapes me the guy that went in game 2, but it was another quality arm there for the Padres. But they struggled in that series. And as you said here, when you look at Taijuan Walker, yeah, he has some great numbers here. But you just said here, look at 5 of his past 6 opponents. You mentioned Cubs, Reds, and Angels, but 3 of those three starts against this Marlins team that can struggle to get a run across.
Team, right? Right, exactly. 3 of those were against the Marlins, and one of those was a loss. They lost 2-0. He got no decision. The Mets didn't give him any run support in that one, and the Marlins actually got the win 2-0 in that one. So sure, he's been pitching good. Yeah, against bad teams, he hasn't fared so well against the good teams. And now you're coming here and expect to beat the Yankees, who are rested as well. No chance. Give me the Yankees. I love this one.
And also, too, if you look back last year, he faced the Yankees twice last year. He gave up 7 earned runs with 4 homers in 11 2/3 innings.
Right? I think it's going to be bomb city away, even without Stanton in there. Taijuan Walker's going to show a little regression here tonight for sure.
Yeah, the Yankees have quality. The Yankees have quality backups. These big market teams have good quality behind the starters. Trust me, and they're not.
They got the better relievers.
Yeah.
Even the better relievers, I think it's almost a run difference I've seen for the Yankees versus the Mets relievers as well. So even later in the game, if they get him out early and he holds him down a little bit low, yeah, well, the relievers will come in blow it for the Mets.
How about those line conspiracy people say, oh, they're trying to get you to take look how low that odds are. They're trying to get you to take the Yankees.
Right? Well, we did that earlier. I think I gave out a play on Houston on the Astros, and they had the same thing. They were at this 1.19 or minus 120, I think, against somebody, and we were
Seattle.
It was like, whoa. Yeah, against Seattle, right? Remember that?
Yeah.
We won that one. I said we'd take the Houston. You're not, baby. I don't care if it's low enough. If it is, well, I grabbed the low-hanging fruit, and you got me on that one. But don't think so. I'm taking the Yankees.
We got Rod here on the Yankees, minus 115 against the Mets. This one will have. This is your TV game, 7 p.m. Eastern time over on TBS. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium here. As we got still 14 games here on this Major League card. We have a game starting in about 5 minutes tonight. Those small market start times are like 6:40 Eastern time. We have one going on is ready to go here, but you're showing great results here the last 30 days. 385 units of profit. I'm pretty sure that's all baseball pretty much because NBA was long done back on June 27th. But again, great results here in college football as we're getting closer and closer here. We're almost 30 days away. We're almost 30 days away from the start of college football.
Almost, right?
We're getting close to that first weekend in college football, so it's getting close now. It's getting close now here. When we get to Friday,
I missed.
Yeah.
I missed this capping of, we're only capping one sport. It's like, and I'm kind of capping a little bit of CFL on the side, a little bit of WNBA, but it's when you got the 5-6 going that you're just busy and you're like, sleep, what's that? I went to bed.
That's right, let's sleep. All right, Rod, so we'll come off a monster day yesterday. Still 14 games up there in baseball. Hey, we do have one WNBA in primetime. Can't forget that Vegas Aces in Chicago. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Over Pick Dogs, yeah, just like I said, we swept the board yesterday, went nice 3-0, so let's continue here with my Top Shelf Tuesday, where I've got 3 plays in MLB that I absolutely love. Jump on over, scoop that up. Or your best deal going, it's still Christmas in July. I've got a $99 a week. You can get the rest of my plays for a whole week for $99. Or the best deal going still there is get all my plays for a year. And then we'll get you the rest of the MLB. We'll get you all the NHL season, all the NFL, all the college football, all the college basketball, the NBA, football last season, profit in the NHL. Those would have easily covered your year pass for $900. We're talking $75 a month. Can't beat that deal. Even the low guy who bets $5-10 a game, I'll make you money. Jump aboard, grab a year pass, and let's go for the next year. And we'll be this time of year and be like, hey, look, we're up way money.
That's right, way up money, guys.
Aboard. Make some money. Love pounding the bookies. That's what we're gonna do today.
That's right, pounding the bookies, no doubt about that. Here, these wild dogs, Pick Dogs, wild dogs going after these bookmakers, guys. Get on board here with Rod Zawacky over at Pick Dogs. When you see numbers here, great results here the last 30 days, mostly baseball there. Also coming off a great college football season. Today, Rod has his Tuesday triple here. It's credit guarantee, affordably priced for $40. Must show profit or your account's credit for the amount you paid. And so that's a really good value there with that. From Rod Zawacky here with his 3-pack up there. Also, he's got, with Christmas in July, he has reduced his all sports passes, his VIP one month pass. But I'm just zeroed in here on this 1 year VIP all sports pass here, Rod, for $900 to get all of your premium plays from all the sports you handicap here for a year for just $900.
For $900, it works out to be $75 a month, which is about to be about what, $2 and something, less than a cup of coffee per day. So that's the best deal going. And come the end of July, it'll be gone. That's the best thing. Scoop it up.
Scoop it up. We're counting down. Yeah, we're counting down the days. I think we're at Monday, right? When we hit to August 1st here. We're counting down the days, guys. So still some time to get on board with this Christmas in July. Get on board with the Rod's 1 year all sports pass. Your best value right now over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's in action in all the major sports. Your NHL, your NFL, college football, MLB, NBA, college basketball, even some CFL, UFC, maybe even some WNBA. So, guys, get on board with Rod's 1 year all sports pass over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll probably have a few. I'm pretty sure they'll have a few World Cup in there too, maybe.
Oh, definitely, right? Canada's in the World Cup. I don't know how they're going to do, but Canada's definitely in the World Cup, eh? First time in a long time. Well, as long as I've been on the planet, I don't remember them in the World Cup.
No, it's been some time, and they've been actually playing well in the CONCACAF, some of the games
They're
there.
good, right?
Yeah, they're playing good. They're showing their own here. I guess they finally figured out you can make more money playing soccer than playing hockey. Look at some of the European contracts, right?
Right? Because everybody wants out. It's like, oh, I don't want to play Canada. I'm out.
Yeah. You look at some of these contracts these guys are making in Barcelona and EPL. There's more money in soccer, believe it or not. So get on board, guys. With Rod Zawacky over. Yeah, it's a crazy. I don't know how they do it. The soccer is a crazy economy. I don't understand how these guys write fees and this money. These contracts are huge.
Because
but
the
anyway,
arenas are like full. It's all full and jammed, and everybody's packed, and everybody's routed, and everybody's happy, right? And it's good times at a soccer event, unless you're the home team and you're losing, and then I don't want to be there.
Yeah, no, that can happen. That's exactly right, guys. So that 1 year all sports pass, get on board with it. You guys, you're going to be too busy betting your college basketball, NBA, NFL. To worry about World Cup. Rod will throw some picks in there for you with that 1 year all sports pass. So get on board there with Rod over at Pick Dogs Premium and get signed up. All right, Rod, it's always great having your show. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. Have yourself a good evening. Get your winners. Kick the bookies when they're down and they're not looking. Get them.
Let's get it, man. Let's attack these dogs, no doubt about it. Rod Zawacky here on The Drive. So let's continue coverage, guys. Hey, if you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that one. It is now time for my picks, so let's go ahead and get my card up for you guys here. We're going to be looking at this interleague game. Interesting one here between the Rockies and the Chicago White Sox here. And we've got the Rockies here. Dogs at home. We got the White Sox minus 115. Total sits here 11. I like the White Sox here in this game. The Chicago White Sox here at minus 115 here against the Colorado Rockies. Michael Kopech will get the start. You look at his season numbers here. He's got a pretty good sample size of 17 starts. ERA 3.36, whip of 1.18. Limits his home runs, although the walks kind of concern me as well. His FIP does concern me, but German Marquez does not have a good year this year. 18 starts, an ERA of 5.47. His whip is 1.44. Strikeouts about 18%. 1.56 home runs per 9 innings here. Of course, the White Sox did split that series here with the Guardians. The Rockies lose 3 of 4 at Milwaukee. But, man, their pitching staff really got rocked in this series. And, boy, their bullpen really has not been performing well of late here at home and away for this Rockies team. I just favor here the starting pitching and bullpen here for the White Sox. And they also, with their bats, they should also be able to generate some offense in this ballpark against the Rockies. So mainly the pitching advantage. I'll look at the White Sox here at minus the 115. Hey guys, check out Pick Dogs Premium. I'm the number 2 unit producer over in baseball this year over at Pick Dogs. I have 4 premium plays on the card tonight. I got my $15 premium up there as well as my 3-pack from Major League Baseball. So 4 premiums up there for you right now. Also, Christmas in July, I took $300 off my 1 year all sports pass right now. All of my premium plays for a year over at Pick Dogs here from all the major sports at the handicap. So you get on board with that. Also the 3, 7, or 3rd day all sports pass. Get on board all my premium plays for that period of time. You select when you go to my handicapper page and you make that purchase. Great value right now over at Pick Dogs Premium. Remember my 4 premiums up there tonight, my 3-pack, and my $15 premium. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. It is now time to recap the game, so let's go ahead and put them up. We got to start here with Tony Brown. Tony Brown, like the Dodgers, on the run line, minus 1.5 runs, minus 120 against the Nationals. Al Ninos said take the Rays' first 5 run lines. So you're going to lay the half run at minus 145 against the Orioles. Shane Mickle, like the Athletics here, plus 145 against the Astros. He might have changed my mind on that game. He might have changed my mind because I was looking at a possibly other way, but I think he changed my mind on that one. We have Rod Zawacky here in the Yankees, minus 115 against the Mets. Yours truly, White Sox, minus 115 here against the Rockies. And the one I like the most out of these games is hard to overcome these advanced numbers and the situational numbers here for the Dodgers in this one, how they've been able to pound these teams that have 380 or below winning percentages, how they've been able to cover that run line. Let me go ahead and give those numbers off to you again because that really hit my brain here when I looked at this game. The Dodgers have covered the run line here. It's going to be a little while because they're the last game on the board here, but I got the notes on this game I want to share with you here. I'm going to share them again if you missed it earlier. The Dodgers have covered the run line in 15 of 18 against teams with a 380 or worse winning percentage. They've also covered the run line in 19 of 25, facing a starter who allows over 1 home run per 9 innings. And we know Josiah Gray's given up over 2 home runs per 9 innings. So I like the one there here from our man here. It would be Tony Brown. So I'll side here with Tony Brown. All right, that'll do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow live at 3 p.m. 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers here from Pink Dogs and Sports Chat Place. They'll give out live free picks for the games in prime time. Don't forget to get started every day 10 a.m. Eastern time. It's the morning show. You got Mitch, you got Brian, you got Chris. Also, Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes, his video series. Also, we got Brian's 2 video series, Money in the Bank, as well as his Fast 5. Check those out as well. Quick picks out there from Brian in his video series, as well as Rod Romanelli's rundown, entire baseball rundowns with picks there on Rod Romanelli's MLB rundown every day. That's his video series. Jovan has a video series with his parlay of the day. And of course, don't forget Mills and Brad Francis on Saturdays at 1 p.m. Eastern time, following the morning show, that he has their MMA show live. So a lot of happenings over at Pick Dogs. You just got to do a couple things, guys. Make sure you subscribe and you set notifications. Do those 2 things. Set notifications so when we go live, you're live with us, so you can bet into the best numbers. All right, that'll do it for our show tonight, guys. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew.